CFL fans wanted Johnny football, but they got Johnny Benchwarmer instead. It had been 942 days since Johnny Manziel last saw action in a regular season football game, but that was expected to change Thursday night as Manziel's Montreal Alouettes hosted the Edmonton Eskimos. Manziel was acquired by the Alouettes over the weekend in a trade with the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and the 25-year-old had been practicing with his new team for the past several days. Mike Sherman told reporters earlier in the week that Manziel wouldn't start right away, but the Montreal head coach wanted to get him on the field and give him his opportunity. Fans were expecting to see Manziel on the field at some point during the game, but it didn't happen, although it's not as if there weren't plenty of opportunities. The Alouettes, despite taking an early lead, were blown out by a final score of 44-23. The longer the game went, and the worse the score got, the more the spectators became restless. Chants in Montreal have shifted to "We want Johnny" in English, which is important, because I'm not certain if Mike Sherman speaks French. Kevin Seifert at Seifert spent July 27, 2018. Early in the fourth quarter, Manziel stood from his spot on the bench and put his helmet on. The crowd at Percival Molson Memorial Stadium cheered, thinking it might be time to see the 2012 Heisman Trophy winner, but moments later his helmet was off and it became clear he wasn't going to get on the field until it was time to walk back to the locker room. The most action we saw from Manziel on the sidelines was when he was seen chatting with his former Texas A. Sherman told reporters in Montreal following the game that he didn't feel the timing was right to rush Manziel into action, likening it to putting on a Broadway play with one day of rehearsal, and one cast member not knowing his lines. Montreal's offensive line wasn't doing a good job protecting starting QB Vernon Adams Jr., and that too was a contributing factor, as Sherman said he wasn't going to jeopardize Manziel's career by putting him in a precarious position. Adams finished the game 15 for 28 for 217 yards, no touchdowns and one interception, adding 72 yards on the ground plus a rushing TD. He was also sacked 6 times. Manziel's final NFL appearance was on deck. 2015 when he was a member of the Cleveland Browns, the team that selected him 22nd overall in the 2012 NFL Draft. Just in case you're curious, Manziel completed 13 of 32 pass attempts for 132 yards, no TDs and 1 interception in that game, while also rushing for a whopping 108 yards in a 17-13 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Alouettes host Manziel's former team, the Tickets, next Friday. It's unclear at this time whether or not Manziel will make his debut then. It's also unclear if Manziel will ever be able to regain the form he had in college that made him a superstar. What was clear on Thursday, however, was that fans watching the game were not happy to see the CFL's newest star glued to the bench. Here's a sample of some of the social media dissent. Johnny Manziel didn't get one snap. Alouettes HC Mike Sherman is currently less popular across Quebec than Mark Bergevin. Mark Dumont at Marcy Dumont, July 27, 2018. Disinformation served up to the customer, then contempt for them when you don't live up to your word. A brilliant way to engage the paying customer. https://t.co/red96rjx, Jim Mullen, at Jim Mullen, July 27, 2018. Feel sorry for all those fans who wasted their money tonight at Molson Stadium hoping to see Johnny Manziel play for ALs should have been honest and said he wouldn't play. Stu Cowan at StuCowan1, July 27, 2018. How about you sneak Manziel into the game? WWG1WGA at Fort Worth Aggie 7, July 27, 2018. You as fans see Vernon not playing well. I see preparation. He is not prepared to play better. He hasn't seen blitzes very well, and that is all preparation. Nick Lewis at Nickel18, July 27, 2018. Maybe if y'all want to see Manziel, y'all better come out the stands and stop EDM offense. Nick Lewis at Nickel18, July 27, 2018. Damn you Mike Sherman for tricking me into watching a whole AL's game only to not put Manziel in. Ryan, at Angry Preds fan, July 27, 2018. Mike Sherman doesn't like to market the sport to the fans, lol. Pocket at Pocket, July 27, 2018. Way to hose your fan base. Montreal Alouettes, a blowout and not a snap for Johnny Manziel in a blowout loss. Wow. Andy McNamara at Andy81, July 27, 2018. All week, Manziel was stuffed down our throats. Then, when the lights came on, the best QB in the CFL went and threw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and ran for another. Ho-hum night for Mr. Riley Arashmadani, at Arashmadani, July 27, 2018.